And they say, well, you outnumbered. I don't care. They sent me up here for this. They sent me up here for this.
Outside the State House, a rally from Alabama Democrats protests the state's effort to change voting districts weeks before the primary election.
So I know that some people in this House are about to try to take us back, but we won't go back.
While inside, two bills advance which would make room for a potential voting district change after a Supreme Court ruling in a Louisiana redistricting case.
What the Supreme Court has said you can't do is base your district lines and how you draw lines based on race. And so what we want to do is go back, specifically in this piece of legislation, is go back to the Senate districts that this elected body, this separate co-equal branch of government drew.
The legislation depends on action in the courts. AG Steve Marshall has filed an emergency motion to lift the injunction against the 2021 state Senate map and 2023 congressional map. Senate Bill 1 would move the primary election back for Senate races that would be impacted if the old maps are cleared for use by the Supreme Court. House Bill 1 would do the same for congressional elections, both buying the courts time to make a decision.
This bill, SB 1, deals with the potential for a special election. The federal courts issue an order to vacate an injunction, allowing the legislature to use maps that we previously enacted for our own Senate districts.
The protest against the use of the state-drawn maps began early in public hearings Tuesday morning.
Doing so sends a troubling message that this body continues to view federal court orders it does not like as temporary inconveniences rather than binding legal directives.
3 amendments were proposed to Senate Bill 1, all voted down.
And my amendment only dealt with just giving people notice so that they would know where they had to vote. So to see them turn that down, it tells you what their motive is. They don't want them to know.
I asked Senator Chris Elliott if he expected there to be any amendments added to his bill.
The answer is maybe. You never know what's going to come up on the floor. It's also worth noting that that's a good stalling tactic for my colleagues on the other side of the aisle to try to amend and amend, and so we'll see, how they use that tactic tomorrow as we look for final passage.
If the 2023 congressional map is adopted, Alabama's 2 Democrat seats in Congress out of 7 and its only African American representation in Washington would be in jeopardy.
We deserve to have representation in Congress, and it's not enough to have some representation or no representation. We must have fair representation, and 2 seats, we believe, is fair. We will not allow those 2 bills to pass without a fight.